Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the New Jersey build. This is Gary of the OK Modeler channel, and we're going to go ahead and get started on the rear funnel. I got a lot of work to do, so let's go ahead and get working on this here. So I just cut this off the sprue, and I'm going to have to get this all cleaned up right here. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. And then on the meantime also, these ladders will need to be removed because we'll replace those with the ones from the Pontos set. So the instructions call for this to be removed. It doesn't clearly say to have it removed, but if you're going to have a ladder there, there's no reason to do that. There's another ladder here as well. Go ahead and get that removed. And then the funnel cap, I'm going to remove this because Pontos has a set for that. They also say on both funnel caps to remove these grates right here. I'm not one to probably going to get that removed. I'll probably leave that there because I don't think I have the confidence in myself to do this. Even though I have some extra spare parts, I think it's going to be a little tedious, and I know the intention is to make the funnel just look deeper, so it's not this, I don't know if you guys can see it there, but you know, there's a bottom over here. It doesn't go down all the way. And I think the Pontos wants you to remove this whole thing so it goes all the way in. So if you look from the top, you just see a funnel down there. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to leave that here. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work, and I'll show you the progress. All right, I got the molded ladders sanded off. Should have been one right here, I believe, and then one back here. So that's gone. That'll get replaced again by the Pontos one. Let's see if I can focus on right here. There's the back side is gone and this front side. So the next step I'm going to go ahead and do is paint the two halves together, and then also try to get this seam off. I'm not very good at removing seams, but I think I might just kind of sand it down and see how that goes. Hopefully I can get rid of those seams. So let's go ahead and get this glued. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and work it in the middle here so I don't put too much, so it's not showing on the outside here. Hopefully kind of get a good angle here. That's the hard part. Also got to make sure that my lines match up on the front as well on the back. All right. Go ahead and let that set for now. Like so. Yeah. All right, so while we wait for this funnel to dry, put it up there. Looking through the instructions of Pontos, from Pontos, and there's a lot of photo etch parts I'm going to have to cut out. Then you got to make a decision on this. If I'm going to go ahead and do the 1980s platform or the 90s platform. And if you can look over here, in the 1990s, they had I believe they call it a sack dome on here for the drones, the early drones that they had, and there would be a little weather, like a ball that sits right here on this platform. If you go to the New Jersey, down in Camden, New Jersey, they have this platform, but they don't have, I believe they don't have that ball up there anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick with the 1980s configuration, which is just this platform like what Tamiya has, but obviously the Pontos. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out some of these platform photo etch parts, so I can get those ready to get washed and assembled here, and let's see what we can do. All right, first thing, platform number 1, which is part 131 and 141 right there. So you can see it right there. Let's go ahead and get that cut off. All right, the next platform is number 2, which is number 435, and 433, which is right there. So go ahead and get those out. So you can tell there's pretty fragile parts right here. And let's see here, platform number 3, which is part 402 and 404. All right, so you remember what I was telling you about how bad these Ponto instructions can be? Well, I just spent maybe 10-15 minutes looking for platform number 3, number 402 and 404. And 402 and 404 is on this little one right here. But if you take a look, there's 402 and 404. Doesn't look like anything like this platform. So 10 minutes of looking around on all my PE frets, and I found it right over here, number 145 and 147 and 150. So yeah, so if you get these, if you get this Ponto set and the instructions are confusing, don't give up. They're there, they're just mislabeled. So I'm going to go ahead and take 145, 147, and 150 out. And then once I get those parts out, I will go ahead and get these parts cleaned up and have them get ready to go ahead and get attached to the funnel once I get those seams taken care of. All right, everyone, I ended up putting some the cement on here on the seams. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and sand that down, so hopefully that will get rid of the seam line. I'm not too concerned about doing it perfectly down here, since the Tomahawk missile base is going to cover that up. So I'm not going to worry too much, but it's mostly up here that's going to be the one that is the primary focus. So let's see if I can go ahead and start sanding here and see how that goes. So it looks like, obviously you can see the line is still there. So I might need to sand a little more. You can see how it's not quite even on this side here. Seems like something shifted maybe, I don't know. But we'll keep working on it. And I'll get back to you on that one. All right, so after a little bit of sanding, and I used a 400 grit and then moved to 600, then 800, and this is the result I got. And it doesn't look too bad, I guess, for someone who doesn't typically remove seam lines. So this is, I think this is good enough. Back here, not too bad. It's kind of hard to get into these little areas right here. You can still see the seam line, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as is. There's a little line there, but I think I'll be okay since some of the photo etch will hopefully cover that. So the next step I'm going to do is start putting some of the photo etch pieces together. Now I've already cleaned these. I used some dishwasher soap and hot water and used a toothbrush to clean them. A little discolored from the original brass color, but that's okay. As long as we get that oils out of the from the manufacturer process, I think we'll be okay. So for that, I'm going to need a couple tools. I have a bending set here, or not a bending set, but a set that will allow me to go ahead and make curves on the railing right here. If I can squeeze it out of the box here. Right there. So it has these little curves on here. So you just put the photo etch in here and get one of these dowels and just plop it on there and just kind of push it down or roll it a little bit. You can progressively go down to smaller ones. I don't use this one too often, but it does come in handy. And then I got one of these little PE benders. And I got this from the small shop, so they make some good stuff there. It's not a product placement right there. So those are the tools I'll be using for the photo etch. So for you beginners out there who've never done photo etch, having this tool as well as the whatever they call this, the photo etch rolling set will help you tremendously on doing these photo etch parts. Originally, when I first started working photo etch, I just grabbed a couple tweezers and made the bends there, make the bends here, and it doesn't give you the sharp, crisp corners that you were looking for if you use tweezers. So right now I'm going to go ahead and put platform 1 together, and let's see how this works. So for those who haven't worked with brass photo etch before, brass tends to be a little springy. So when you put it in these in this roller thing, it becomes it's flexible. It just kind of bounces like a trampoline, up and down, up and down. So one of the things you could do is you could maybe get a what do they call those, like a portable burner, a hot stove or something like that, and then put it over there, put it on the stove and just let it heat. But you don't want to put it over fire, because what will happen is then it burns, and then it'll just poof, go in the, just melt off without you even knowing it. So I tend not to anneal it. That's what they call it, annealing the process of the brass. So that's just something I don't do. So what I'm going to do is just gently push this in, and then grab my tweezers here, and it's already slightly bent. So the next one, I will go to this next one right here. Grab another dowel, a smaller one, and then push it in just a little more. Gotta make sure that it's even, and hopefully I'm not messing this up. So just kind of compare it to what I have here. And I still got a few more, gotta try to keep working on it here. So that's the general idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on it, and I'll be back very soon. Okay, so I got that one in the folder thingamajig here. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold it slightly. Let's see if I can find my razor blade. Since it's only a 45-degree angle, I'm not going to bend this a whole lot here. So maybe just like that. Let's see how that comes out. Unless I got my angles all wrong. Almost. You need to bend it just slightly a little more there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll be right back. I got platform 1 glued together. I'm gonna say it's, I don't know, 80% good. I don't know. So let's see if we get this focused. There we go. So unfortunately I wasn't able to get it all on camera. It's kind of hard because I need to work really close with it, and the camera just kind of gets in my way. So plus I also wanted to do this right. So but essentially what I ended up doing was I folded the two ends of the railing to the correct angle according to the according to what the platform is. So that's a nice guide to give you. You see it kind of ran short right there, so it's a little pointy there. So it's not flush as I would like it to be. It's probably because the railing's sticking out, or is not seated in properly, which is really hard to do. You can see the lip of the platform, and the railing is just a little smidge off, so that gives it that sharp corner right there instead of a nice corner there. But I'm gonna keep it as is, because the more you try to fiddle around with it, then you have to remove the super glue, clean it up again, and it's just, I think this is just a slight error that I can live with. It'll be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry. It shouldn't take too long, and then I'll apply it to the funnel, and then we'll go ahead and start working on platform number 2, which is gonna be a little harder than platform 1. but you'll never know. All right, so I did a dry fit of platform 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the super glue on here. Hopefully it will seed in there properly. Go ahead and adjust it here. It's starting to harden up already. Good. I'm happy with that. Might look slightly crooked, but I think this is the best I'm going to get out of that. So, boy, that's set pretty quick. All right. Great. We got that one taken care of. Yeah. All right, everybody. It's what, November 1st, so I've been working on this. I got platform number 2 put on here today. The folding was a little intricate, more intricate than I thought it would be, but it is on there now. Worry it might look a little crooked, but it doesn't look too bad, I would have to say. So right now I am currently working on getting platform 1 put together, which is right here. And don't ask me how I got these legs up perfectly, but right here. But I managed to get lucky and get this legs put on pretty well. So right now, ooh, wow, that was close. I'm just gonna go ahead and set that there. Right now I'm in the process of getting this nub cut off here. Since I got a new platform 1, I cut a little support that was right here. That goes right there, right here. Ugh. Let me go get a pencil, which is right there. I cut that off, sanded that off, sand it smooth, and I worry about this little hole I have right here. So what I'm going to try to do is, when I put these two together, the platform has a support that might be able to cover that hole right there, if you can see. So I've been slowly sawing that off, and let's see how that goes here. The smokestack there, the funnel cap. Oh. There. Holes covered. Not perfect, but it works. All right. All right, I'm going to continue working on platform 1, and then I also am going to go ahead and cut out the ladders for this side here, and the ladder that goes right here. That's part 143 and part 140 back here, I believe. So, gotta keep working. All right, let's go ahead and get part 143 and 140. 140 and 143. right, and that's number 140. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get those two parts washed up and try to get it on here. All right, take 3. Let's try a different approach. I already super glued my tweezers, so now I got to clean that. So get my backup tweezers. All right, there's that. Not ideal since it kind of blobbed of glue right there, and then accidentally got a little super glue right here, but we'll just ignore that. Let's see if I can try to secure this a little more. All right, good enough. All right, I am going to go ahead and try to put the other ladder on here. Hopefully this will work. I'm sure it will. My hands instead of tweezers. Okay. Try to get that straight. I want to make sure I have enough room so when this lower part I have to make sure I have enough clearance so when that piece comes down here it doesn't affect this ladder. I'm hoping that I got it straight. And I should probably put on my list of things to buy a slower setting glue. It doesn't set in 10 to 25 seconds. I'll put that on the shopping list for next time I go to a hobby shop or wherever they sell this. But I think I might be okay with clearance wise here. If anything, I could just sand that down a little bit, the platform. Does that look straight to y'all? Looks straight to me. Hopefully that doesn't burn me in the end. All right, let's go ahead and secure that in. Let me double check. right. That takes care of that. Let that dry and we'll go from there. All right, I tested the fit on the rear funnel to the platform where the tomahawks will go on here, and we do have enough room, so that's good. So I don't have to worry about having this ladder too long or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop right here for now. I'm going to do the next episode. I'll work on this funnel cap right here, and maybe on this first one too, on the first funnel. So if you're not have yet subscribed to this channel, please do, and then you can follow this build as it progresses. Not sure how long this build will take, probably take 100 years, but anywho, click that subscribe button. Like, if you have any comments, put the comments down below, and I will see you on the next episode.